Hello and welcome to Padres Corner. It's the place where we put you into the mind of a Jesuit and see if you come out sane on the other side. I am Father Robert Balacer, the Digital Jesuit, and it is so nice to be back on the stream. Yes, folks, I know I've been bad. I've been away for such a long time, but now I'm back and having much more fun. The last time I came to you, I was actually in the studio downstairs. It's one of the main studios that we use for recording a lot of the stuff I do for my work. This is my office. This is the personal studio. I showed this off 3 years ago when it was still a utility closet that I just kind of found and took over. I have the only key. The minister has been not happy about that, but it's mine now, and I have it set up the way I want. I've got the lighting, I've got the wiring, I've hung a lot of overhead fixtures, I've even got the trusses up. So this is finally my home. Now, ideally, I'd be able to do content on a more regular basis. I've got product coming in again. We've kind of figured out how to get gear to me here in Rome. It's kind of difficult. There's a lot of things that you have to deal with taxes, but most of the companies that I review gear for, they either have a international office that can send me stuff, or I do tend to come home about once every 6 months. So I've been loading up my bags with gear and then reviewing them and then bringing them back and sending them back from the United States. Kind of complicated, way more complicated than it has to be, but if it means that I can show you off some cool tech to a bunch of people, that makes me very, very happy. You've probably seen some of my reviews. You just didn't know it was me because I write the scripts and I've been doing all the B-roll, and I have someone else doing languages that I can't speak. Again, once you move outside of the United States, you realize we're kind of provincial. And, this whole speaking one language type thing, or 1.5 languages, that's not how most of the world works. Anyways, let's not pontificate about that. I just wanted to spend a fun evening with you. That's right. A couple of my friends, a couple of the most awesome people on the face of the planet, both from Twitter, from Twit, and from the Digital Jesuit Minecraft server. I see you're coming in. Thank you very much for joining me. I want to do this on a regular basis. Not only that, I actually have another show in the making. We've already filmed the pilot version. I'm going to do a little bit of editing and release it. It's something that I'm doing with David Hewitt. You may know him as the actor behind Dr. Rodney McKay from the Stargate franchise. We're doing something. We're doing something a little bit different. It's sort of it's a Ted Lasso take on science, technology, and the world of geekery. We've noticed recently that there's sort of this trend for people to hate on things. It's popular to hate on things. It's popular to dunk. I do it myself. It is fun. But we've decided we want to do a show that's more positive. Not spin doctoring, but something that really brings out the potential of problems that are placed before us, the possibility of the maker mindset. And, well, you're going to see more of that later. For now, I do want to take a look at this. This is a game that I have been getting into crazy time. This is called Oxygen Not Included. And this is actually a game that was sent to me by a fan. She knows that I enjoy it. So she created these scenarios. This one was called Lost Tech. Now, I did all this. As you can see, I've been working here for 500 plus cycles. And there was a bunch of stuff in this build that is not standard. There were some extra resources that were easy to find. This whole thing, this kind of weird hydrogen generator, it was already here, along with the batteries and the tanks, which allowed me to sort of skip a lot of the early grudge work. Just to get in. Everything else I've kind of built. Oh, and this was something that, I loved this part. Very early on in the game, I found that she had created this sort of pocket of super dense oxalate. Now, oxalate is it's a mineral that releases oxygen anytime it's below the maximum pressure. And this meant that I didn't have to build an early oxygen system. I actually drilled into this, put a couple of pumps, and then I piped that oxygen all around the base. Eventually, that's going to run out. Eventually, all of this oxalate is going to dissolve into nothingness, which is why I created a little oxygen system here. But I don't want to turn that on until that's almost done. everything else you see, well, most everything else you see was created in the progress of the game, except this. Now, she left a nuclear reactor. I had to dig this thing out, but it was surrounded with bunker tiles, and it had one layer of steam turbines. And I realized this was a trap. If I had turned this thing on just as she had left it in the game, it would have overheated within about 3 or 4 cycles, and it would have gone into meltdown, and it would have blown everything up. So that's kind of fun. She's done that in a couple of different places, and it's really kind of messed with me. I love that. I love that. Now, this is sort of my hot box. As you can see, this is the temperature. It's super hot in here. It's super hot in here. This is where I'm doing all of my manufacturing. So I've got my refineries. I've got the molecular forge. I've got the glass blowing. This keeps all of the heat in one area, which I love. One of the things about Oxygen Not Included is that the biggest challenge is often heat. You have heat death, where it just gets too hot. Because of all the hot things around the map, eventually you get overwhelmed, and your dupes start dying because they stroke out. Well, because I had the ability to put all of my manufacturing in one place, and because I had early access to a lot of resources, I've been able to keep my power generation cool. I've been able to keep the hot side hot, the cool side cool, and I more or less have my main base. This is my main base the way I want it. She also gave me 2 rockets. Now, you might say, well, if you've ever played this game, what's so big about rockets? Rockets are easy to build. She gave me special rockets. She must have used an editor on this, because if you look in the rocket, a regular rocket is a tiny little room. This is what she called it, the TARDIS rocket. Inside, it's bigger on the inside. There's this is actually a lot of fun. This has made exploring a lot easier, but unfortunately, it also means that I'm limited to those 2. I can build more, but none of them are going to have nearly the capacity of this. They started off as carbon dioxide rockets, which were terrible. So I upgraded them to nuclear, because once I got the nuclear reactor running, I had a lot of this. This is the nuclear waste that drips out of the reactor. The way that reactors work is you have to provide water. So I've got a little bit of water that comes in here. This stream can never stop. If the stream ever stops, this reactor blows up. So as you can see, I've got a lot of redundancy. It's designed to never, ever, ever go dry. But along with the water, which emits steam, and then the steam hits these turbines and it turns it into power, it also drops out this nuclear waste. Now, this is a problem because you can't really use nuclear waste for anything. Well, I found a way to use it. In one of the updates for Oxygen Not Included, they gave us a way to use radiation. So this is dangerous. This is kind of dangerous. There's a lot of natural radiation sources. You've got these, which are like 24, 25 rads. But if you can channel that, that radiation becomes important because it allows you to do nuclear rockets. Now, unfortunately, nuclear rockets take a lot. And like, for example, out here, you've got this sort of, where is this? Sorry, this radiation view. You've got like a little bit of background radiation. When the sun comes up, it's about 25 rads at any given time. There we go, 25 rads. It's safe, but trying to collect that for your hold on, let me turn on the picture-in-picture. Trying to collect that for your nuclear rocket, it will take forever for you to get anywhere. So I used a little trick. There's this thing in Oxygen Not Included. These tiles, these are airflow tiles. They cannot be damaged by pressure. Most of the time when you go about 1,000 kilograms, you start to get pressure damage on the tiles, and then they burst out. Well, people figured out a long time ago, this is not me, that if you use these airflow tiles for liquid, they will never damage. You can put as much liquid into there as possible, and they will never get pressure damage. However, trying to pump liquid into those tiles was difficult because you've got the vent, and the vents will go about 1,000 kilograms. And at 1,000 kilograms, they'll overpressurize and they'll stop. But because of the game mechanics, what you can do is you can put a heavier fluid at the bottom of just a little bit, like 10 kilograms or so. And then any fluid you pump in, it will move to another tile and leave those 10 kilograms. So here, this is 10 kilograms of crude oil. And above it is what? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A million kilograms of nuclear waste. Now, why would I do that? Why would you want to put all that nuclear waste in one place? Well, for one simple reason, I power both this interplanetary launcher and my rockets with radiation. And if you try to collect background radiation at 25 rads, it will take forever. However, I have something a bit higher. With all that nuclear waste in one place, it's not 25 rads. It's almost 83,000 rads. And that allows me to fuel my rockets and my interplanetary launcher much, much, much more quickly. In fact, a lot of people set up all of these rad bolt generators, or basically radiation collectors, in a lot of different places to try to collect as much radiation as they can. Because I've done it this way, I only need 2, and this supplies all the radiation I'll ever need. Now, as I go to other planets, I need to set up additional rad bolt generators and setups like this, which means I need to be trucking nuclear waste. In other words, I've turned a byproduct of my nuclear reactor, something that is very difficult to get rid of, into something that's essential for space travel. I kind of like that. All right. So anyways, we'll go over, I don't want to go over the entire base because it took me 500 cycles to get the base the way it is. What I want to do, and the gameplay I want to do with you, is we are going to be going into the other worlds. What I've done is I have actually visited a couple of other worlds. This is the teleport world. I have not teleported to it yet. Because I wanted to set it up before I went. What I did was I used my nuclear rockets and I was dropping off a ton of rovers. They're very useless alone, but when you drop off like 20 of them, they can do this. So it's already dug out huge amounts of these areas, and it's collected a lot of resources for me, which means that when I finally teleport over, my dupes aren't going to die. The problem with teleporting over is you can teleport, but you're by yourself, and unless your dupe can do everything they need to generate food and oxygen and power, you quickly will lose them. Now, I've also got this. This was the first world I went to. I have a similar setup. I also set up another nuclear rocket. I haven't been able to get nearly as much nuclear waste. I've only got, 1,214 kilograms. However, it is still enough to give me, not 22 rads. Is that all? Uh-oh. Oh, I must have lost a lot of nuclear waste. Oh. Okay, well, I need more nuclear waste. I don't think I've ever said that before. So I need more nuclear waste to generate more rad bolts so that when I land the rocket here, I'll be able to take off again. This base, I brought over a rocket with 5 of my dupes. I've got 21 dupes, you can see up in the corner here, available to me. And I've brought up an army, and we set this thing up. We basically mined out the planet. Everything that's useful was taken, but the most useful has been this. This is experiment 52B. It's a tree. And if you feed it food, the same food that duplicates eat, it drops off resin. And the resin can be used to make the best insulation possible, which is incredibly useful for keeping hot things hot and cold things cold. Basically, I've used it every chance I get. What I would like to do is I'd like to drop off maybe 1, 2, or maybe even 3 dupes on this planet permanently so they can tend to all the machinery. This is sort of a mushroom generator. This grows mushrooms and it drops them straight into, where's that shipping? Straight into the tree. So the tree eats them and then it turns it into resin. And then that resin is shot off to the homeworld with the interplanetary launcher. So, a little self-encapsulated system. But there's a couple of things I want to do. First of all, I want to teleport over. And I probably want to land on one of these other worlds that I've discovered. My nuclear rockets have found a decent amount of stuff. And I need to get over there at some point. All right. So let's play. Let's just play. You know what? If you've got any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat box, and I'll try to answer them. What I'm going to do is I need to choose, let's say, 5 dupes. So I'm going to change my crew. I'm going to take Greg. I'm going to take Mecha Burke. I'm going to take Bonnie and let's take OMG Chad. There we go. All right, so go ahead and load up. It's ride or die time, boys. And then on this rocket, I'm going to take, let's see, who do I got? I think right now it's Airy and Sugarman. So let's take Cranky Hippo, and let's take Carly. All right, so let's inside. What do we got? Hold on. Oh, audio's off. There we go. Okay, so I've got my crew. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, I've got those 4. Let's go ahead and send this off. Where are you going? You are going to... Yeah, good. Yeah, so you're going here. And launch, please. Actually, I want to make sure both crews are on, because when I launch, this entire thing is going to become a nuclear wasteland, and that would be very unhealthy. Hey, Cranky Hippo, what you doing? Okay, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's launch them both. So you are going where? You are going to go to here. Good. And let's do it simultaneously. Okay, so we got safety protocols. We're going to shut all the doors, because we don't want any dupes accidentally wandering in when nuclear rockets are launching. That would be bad. That would be super unhealthy. And let's go ahead and launch it. And here we go. Oh yeah, that's unhealthy. But not too hot. I mean, this heat will dissipate really, really quickly. But the radiation, yeah, you're probably not going to want to go swimming anytime in the near future. All right, so that leaves me with 13 dupes on this planet, which should be enough. So, like, if I go down to the bottom... Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. This is part of the game mechanics. Things do not lose heat in a vacuum. Vacuum is a really good insulator. So what happened here was I've been vacuuming out this this area because it was a bunch of chlorine, and that was actually a bad thing to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and deconstruct this, because I don't want it overheating anymore. All right, so where else? My nuclear reactor seems to still be running. I want oh, whoa, that's very low steam. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something is not getting enough water. That's... Okay, I think I put a backup system here, right? I can just dump a bunch of water in here. Yeah, the backup system's empty. Okay, so before we're done, you guys might actually see a meltdown. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off refueling so that the reactor will... How much... Oh, shoot. Okay, so it just refueled. So there's another, what, 7 cycles of fuel remaining. Alright, so this thing has to last 7 cycles with decreased steam. This steam pressure should be around 20 to 30 kilograms. It's down to 7 and 8. So... Oh, shoot, and someone just peed. Wait, what? So tell me you did not pee in the water supply? What is wrong with you? Okay, oh, shoot, I did not prime the system! This is my fault! My bad, my bad, my bad. Oh, gosh, they're gonna pee on everything. I let the system go dry. This is terrible. Oh, shoot. Okay, folks, if you ever need to send duplicates into a nuclear-powered rocket into deep space, you probably want to make sure that you include toilets. Yeah. I switched the configuration on this thing because I needed to be able to well, change it, and I must have forgotten to change it back. That's my bad. Uh-oh. Hold on, I'm frozen. Hello? Well, that's not great. Oh, that's why. Look, folks. Okay. All right. Let me get back in here. I'm gonna lose a lot of the changes, but that's okay because we spent most of the time just explaining the game to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump back in. It's gonna take a while to load. One of the things I don't like about Oxygen Not Included is it really starts to chug once you get it past about 200 cycles. It takes because it's got to especially as you build out the base and especially as you build out to other planets, it's got to do all the calculations for what's happening. This is what's happening to your airflow and your water flow and the heat, and it's doing all this in the background. But it does mean that as you get up there, it's using more and more system resources, and eventually you start doing things like, oh, I don't know, launching nuclear rockets that it can't calculate fast enough. Yeah, you can't see the game right now because the game is this. It's reloading. So sorry about that. Well, while that loads, I do want to ask how you guys have been. What's the best thing that's happened to you in the last 18 months, and what's the worst thing that's happened to you? And you're not allowed to say lockdown or quarantine because we all know that that's the worst. But I really do want to know what good things have happened to people. There have been some fantastic success stories over the last 18 months. I actually had a friend in the San Francisco Bay Area who changed his career. He had been working in finance and he was tired of it. He was so tired of it. And he finally made the move and he became a chef. And he is so much happier. Now, of course, the money is not nearly as good. He's had to downsize. He's moved over to the East Bay, but we probably talk once a week. He is so much happier to do what he loves rather than something that he just thought he had to do because it was required for his style of life. All right, here we go. So we are back. I'm going to let it run for just a little bit because I don't want to repeat that crash. Good. Okay. Actually, this does give me the option to now fix my little bumble because I didn't prime the system. So let me prime the system now before I send my duplicates into a pee-filled hell. Okay. Now, did the Kingston promotion go as well as Kingston Hope? Absolutely. The Kingston promotion went fantastically, and Kingston has said that they want to do it again. By the way, if you don't know about it, I think it's gonna crash again. What's going on? I didn't even launch. Well, that's not great. This might actually be a case of me having to reboot. So stay there. Okay, we are rebooted. I do not have the chat room because I have to get back into YouTube, but there we go. Very good. Let's bring everything back up. good. YouTube, please. Sorry about this, folks. I guess there are still a couple of ghosts in the shell here. Okay, so I need to go to live, and I need to go into management, and this one, and bring up my chat room. There we go. Hello. All right, I got your chat room again. So, and then I need to bring up the ATEM. So actually, this is one of the nice things about having a hardware switcher. If I was running OBS right now, I would have had to go down, unless I was running OBS on a separate computer. So this way, because the hardware that streams is separate from the computer, I was able to reboot it and the stream stayed up. I could have actually kept the camera on and the mic on, except you would have seen me screaming and yelling and cursing. And that's not entertainment. At least that's not the kind of entertainment I think you would enjoy. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Catherine. The SNL sketch, Catherine Wallace wants to know, what was the SNL sketch where the characters would say, "Talks amongst yourselves"? Was that the church lady? I think that was church lady. Hello, Department of Games and Memes. Good to see you. Yes, actually, Donald nailed it. Donald knew exactly the advantage of using hardware. All right, let's see. Hopefully this comes back. Oh, and I am sending to the wrong audio. There we go. Aha! I'm not a gamer. I'm just a nerd who has actually, there's this game. There is Battletech. I've played a lot of Battletech. I don't like first-person shooters anymore. I used to love them. I used to play them almost exclusively, but I think then I got old and I got fragged a lot. And also, does this happen to anybody else? I get nauseous after playing an FPS, even with a high refresh. And on the bigger screen, it's a bit better. So I have a 42-inch screen. It does help. But like if I'm playing on a 24-inch screen, even Minecraft will start to make me sick after a bit. I just feel terrible. And once I get sick, I'm gone for like the day. Forget it. Hi. So one of the things that we can talk about is what kind of content do you want to see? I mean, I could do the content that I've been doing forever. Tech. We can talk about science. We can talk about tech. I can do reviews. I enjoy doing that. So I'm going to do it no matter what. Even when I wasn't doing it for me, I was still doing it. But like the show with David Hewitt, that I'm excited by. Scheduling is going to be tough because both of us have crazy schedules that are not our own. It's entirely dependent on what's required of us. But I want to do things like that. I'm trying to stay away from politics because politics right now is so toxic. It's so poisonous. I really don't want to, get into that world. I do politics on my own. I'll do politics on Padres Corner when I'm by myself, but I don't want to do like yelling matches. Yelling matches just seem so part of the problem. All right, so we're back, and let's see if the game crashes when I try to fix this thing. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. I think I know what's happening. I bet I'm getting an out of boundaries because this rocket ship uses a what do you call it? A non-standard patch. I'm betting it's just breaking. It's straight up breaking. Yep, that's what it is. Well then, I have to do a bit of testing. I just want to make sure it's not going to break in the middle of the stream, because that would be... Again. It's already broken once. Okay, good. I think we're good to go. Probably. So I have to ask her the next time to not get so crazy with the out-of-bounds stuff that she does. Because I'm pretty sure that's what's causing this. Alright, there we go. So we're back. Now I've gone ahead and I've primed the system. So now they have, these good people have toilets. Now there's like a 50% chance that we're going to run into the same issue, because I think what she did in order to make space for this rocket, she kind of broke the game mechanics. Like there shouldn't be any builds past this area. This is where the original rocket was. So when she did that, I think the calculations that the game has to do, eventually they just become infinite and it crashes. It runs out of memory. But okay, so let's get back to it. So who are we sending off? We are changing our crew. We are going to send Greg. We're sending Mecha Burke. We're sending Cranky Hippo and Ruby and Smelly. We'll send them all. And then we are sending them to... Yep, you guys are going here. And on this rocket, we are going to send... Lindsay, Hassan is a snorer. I can't send him. I'll send Simple Billy, Bonnie, and Moses. And you are going to the water world. Okay, so let's go ahead. Load up. Now, I can automate this. There's automation that I could use. I could actually set it so that the rockets will automatically shut all the doors to not allow the dupes in when the rocket's ready to fire. But I don't trust myself right now, because if you do it wrong, if a dupe ends up down in this anywhere in this area when these rockets fire, there's so much radiation it will just insta-kill them. It will cook them. Actually, if a dupe were to find its way in here, this would insta-kill them as well. That's not great. Let's make sure we're good. Do I have 1, 2, 3? Wow, she really pushed it with this rocket. This rocket is not logically sound. It's probably gonna break again. Okay, you've got 4, and you should have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, you've both got 4. It's time to launch. So let's close the doors, lock them up. We got nowhere to go, and let's launch. That's nuclear waste falling down, by the way. Woohoo! I am. Oh, hi, Kevin. Oh, by the way, folks, Kevin Dilworth is one of my Jesuit brothers. He's a good man, so treat him well. He's also a broadcaster. He's one of the people who made me think that this was possible. He did broadcasting down in Phoenix. All right, so we've got our rockets on their way. What I'm gonna do, I haven't really seen this place, so I haven't landed anything. So there's only, I have no idea what's down here. I'm probably gonna have to build a platform here. Now here's part of the game mechanics. You can't just land a rocket. You need a pad to land a rocket, but you need a dupe on the ground to build the pad. So on those rockets, I've got a module that will allow me to send down one dupe. The problem is if that dupe can't build a pad before his oxygen runs out, he dies. So what I do is I shoot a bunch of resources at the planet, hoping that some of it will land where he can access it. He needs enough steel to be able to build the pad. Once he's built the pad and a ladder to get up the side of the rocket, then he can come back into the rocket and refuel his pack. But if anything happens, I end up with a dead dupe, and I don't want a dead dupe. All right, so we probably have a couple of things we need to clean up in the rockets because these are brand new. So I'm going to assign them beds. Sugarman, you go there. Why is Simple Billy? Oh, she's trapped. Okay, come on in. Come on, Simple Billy, move. Simple Billy, move. Simple Billy. There you go. There you go. Okay. So Simple Billy, you're going to be here. Lindsay, you're here. And who else is... I have one more. Bonnie. Bonnie is... Bonnie? Bonnie. Bonnie. There. Good. Okay, so now they're using the bathroom. Now, here's the problem. If this water comes out here, it might break it. Oh, it's working. All right, sweet. All right. Actually, I better save it. One of the things that I did was I created... don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Okay, cool. I created a system where I can create this thing. This berry sludge, it doesn't go bad. So much of the food, it goes bad after a couple of cycles. So I needed to create something that was worthy of space. And I created a ton of it. You know, normally you have like maybe 1,000, 10,000 calories. I've got almost 6 million calories. And a lot of it is berry sludge, meat, fried mushroom, frost bun, barbecue. So I've got, on the home planet, I've got a plethora of food. On the remote planets and in the spaceships, I've only got berry sludge because it won't go bad. And I need something that won't go bad. All right, so let's see. What can we do? Oh, that's right. Here, see, I still have an army of these rovers. These rovers operate on batteries that can't be recharged. And they're about half dead. I dropped off... I just changed the configuration of those rockets. I had dropped off about 20 of them. And right now I have them set to collect resources so that when I come through, I can just get them from here. Oh, perfect. And these slugs. Now, these are plug slugs. So they actually generate power when they're sleeping. So I could pull 300 and 400 watts from these slugs. Wow, this will be super easy. So I'm going to ask the robots if they can build me... What kind of wire do I have? Aluminum ore. And I'm going to build wiring back into here. Yeah, it's easier this way. And this will allow me to... Oh, can they build a battery? That'd be awesome if they could build a battery. Actually, a big battery. If they can build a battery, then I have power when I get on this planet. Okay, you know what? I've delayed long enough. I think I'm going to go ahead and send a dupe through. The way that the teleporters work is after you teleport, they don't work... Oh, this blew up. They don't work for a while. And so I... Oh, this is just a day. So when you see this little icon at the top, it means it's cycling through. It's doing all the calculations. So let's deconstruct that. There we go. And let's pick a dupe. So I need a dupe who has digging and building skills. Uh-oh, something melted. That's lead. So I had something melt in there. It got too hot. So 600 degrees. Whoa, why is this so hot? This should not be hot. Why are you not... Remove the heat. Remove. Why are you... Uh-oh. Well, I'm gonna have a meltdown. Awesome. Okay. So let's go down to the teleporting device, which... Oh, it's over here, I think. Yes. Who am I going to send? I need to send one of the dupes who has a decent amount of skills. What I like to do is I like to clear their skills before I send them off so that I can choose what I need when I'm over there. It's a skill point. So as they get more experience, they get more skill points. But I can clear what the points have been used for so that I can just add them later on. Let's send Carly. Carly looks pretty... No, I need a digger. Who do I got? Oh, Burke. Burke! Guess what, Burke? You're going to another planet. Here we go. I don't know what they wrote this in, but it's very well done. Oh no, Brooke's gonna go in a lead suit. Oh shoot. Okay, so I need to replace my lead suit. So I need to build another lead suit. So 1 second. Burke, where are you, Burke? Burke's probably sleeping right now. Let me see. Actually, oh no, Mecha Burke is on the rocket ship. Oh, he's ready to go. All right. Bye, Burke. Okay, first... First, I need you to remove that suit. Oh, did you just pee yourself? He just peed himself. Dang it, Burke! Move here. Okay, and now... No, Burke. Okay, the AI on the dupes is not always good. Move here. And then take off the suit. I need you to unequip. Okay, and now I need you to... we need to build a bathroom. Oh, I should have had him use the bathroom before I sent it. Dang it. Okay, that was my mistake. So let's build a bathroom right here. Now, you would normally not want to build a bathroom in the middle of your living room, but we're in panic mode, so we're going to do that here. So bathroom, please. And this is highest priority. Where are you going? Wait, what? What are you doing? What? Why? What? What are you? No. Okay. Burke is doing something. The AI has gone full on crazy, so I need to overwrite him here. Burke, what are you doing? Well, you know, actually, it's kind of like the real life Burke. He never does what he wants. He never does what we need him to do. Okay, you need to do building, not operating. And I need you to go back. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's doing it. Oh, he was getting dirt to build the bathroom, but there's dirt right here. Okay, the intelligence is really not good. All right. Once he has the bathroom built, then I don't have to worry about. The problem is when they pee, it's polluted water. It has germs in it. This is all polluted water, but it's clean polluted water. If he pees into the water, it becomes germy polluted water. Wow. There's dirt right here. I think he's picking up dirt. Oh, he's picking up sedimentary rock. I don't know what's... The AI has totally lost its mind. Oh, I know why. Because this is all high priority. Okay, there we go. I need you to build... actually, I need you to defrost your friend. There's a friend here. Good. I think his priority must be for tidying. I don't need him for tidying. In fact, I want him to not tidy. Please. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Whew. Oh, I've got a Meep. Oh, I love Meeps are good luck. Okay, so I've got a Meep. See, what is Meep good at? Meep is... not great. Okay. That's fine. So what I need to do is I need to finish building these wires. That would be great. And I need you to stop. Why do you keep going down there? I'm not sure why this is a priority. It's like the duplicates have the AI is being run by the AI that's running the robots. It should be following the priority I set, not the priority of the robots. In fact, okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell both of them they don't do storing, and they don't do tidying. You should be doing building only. Building. Build me some stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, at least he's using the bathroom. He's got that part right. Okay. Lower priority. No priority. Stop doing. See, they keep crawling through the water that's cold, and now he's got hypothermia. I honestly don't know why they're doing this. Okay, the next time you come in here, I'm going to lock the door so you can't get out. Or actually here, what we're going to do is we're going to build a break right here. Or, no, right here. And I'm going to put a door, and they're not going to be allowed to go through it. Wait, what? And now they're sleeping outside. It's like the dupes want to die. I don't understand. I don't know why they're doing that. I think they're committing suicide. Bad dupes. Bad dupes. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's complete this. Motivated by friends. I gotta figure out this. I think the this is a problem with running so many cycles. I think the AI is bugging. It's no longer following because I set priorities. So here I'm allowed to set the priorities of what the dupes should do first, and it's storing, even though I've told it not to do any of that. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's even set it lower. We can go one lower. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, and don't do it. Now you're forced to do what I want you to do. And we're going to go ahead and put a door here. And we're going to lock you in so you don't feel the need to go swimming in polluted water anymore. Okay, good. All right, so now let's go ahead and build you some beds. You need a place to sleep, right? Do. Maybe a little bit of... I got igneous rock. All right. Good. Okay. What I don't understand is why are you not building the things I've asked you to do? It's like the robots are building. The dupes are not building anything. He's just idle. Okay, no, it's really broken. There's something really, really broken here. Building is top of the line here. Build this. Build this, Burke. 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 Maybe they just don't have access to the materials? Yeah. Okay, here. You know what? Dig this out. Alright, so Burke needs to be a digger. Where's my digging? Digging. Oh, that's too high. Okay, so build a ladder to get up there. Scott wants to know if this is because I once mentioned peeing in the shower. You know, it's odd. With all the stuff that I have said over the years, nothing has got me in as much trouble as when I mentioned peeing in the shower. People really did not like that. I mean, okay, yeah, it's a little bit disgusting, but I think most people pee in the shower. I could be wrong here. I mean, I might just be projecting, but am I wrong? Because it really feels like a lot of people pee in the shower. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to build this. I think the problem is I used up all my aluminum ore. So now I need you to build this thing out of... oh, I can't build a battery. Build it out of cobalt. There you go. Okay, now they're doing what I want them to do. Okay, and the other thing I'd like them to do is these little plug slugs. I want to keep them inside because that will allow me to make sure that they generate power. If they don't fall asleep where the wire is, what will happen is the power will bleed off into nothing. There you go. All right. The other thing I want to do is I already drilled the path. The way the robots got here is they actually landed up here, and then they drilled their way down. So I'm going to shoot a bunch of resources using my interplanetary launcher. So up top, remember that little launcher thing next to the nuclear rockets? That allows me to shoot resources to other planets. Because I don't have the teleports up for the materials yet. So what I need over there is I need to send some glass. I need to send some steel. So manufactured materials. No seeds. Glass and steel and plastic. Good. All right, and let's go ahead and open up the doors so you can go ahead and charge up. And that's just going to keep... Oh, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. What's going on here? Something bad is happening. It's not delivering air fast enough? I don't know. How can it not be delivering air fast enough? There's... What? Okay, they're all gonna die. Something's wrong with the pumps. Oh no, you know what's happening? This is another problem. So I've got so many cycles that, see how this pipe was empty? So when I wasn't over on this screen, the software was not correctly delivering oxygen. It didn't think it had enough oxygen, so it just basically they used it all up. They're 360 grams and dropping. Eventually, they're going to start dying. And you know what? Whose fault really is that? That's their fault. They shouldn't be in a glitchy sim. What I could probably do is I could go ahead and ask them to. I could have them put the. Oh my gosh, their suits are about to fall apart. I could have them put their suits back on. In fact, that's what we're gonna do. I've got some extra suits down here. So, oh gosh, no, that won't work. Those suits are all near the end. Yeah, this is just a glitch. This is, for some reason, it stopped delivering air. Now it's delivering air again. Hey guys, there's air in the rec room. Everyone go up to the rec room. Man, it's not one thing, it's another. Okay, where's the other ship? Oh wait, has it landed already? It has. Oh, okay, so it's in the here. All right, so if you're here, guys... Oh, wait, no. They landed on the wrong pad. Oh, no! Oh, they're gonna die. Yeah, no, guys, you're dead. Sorry. All right, so... That's... They landed on the decommissioned pad. All right, so what I'm going to do is there's still enough radiation in there that I can take off and land again. So let's take off. We're going to set a destination for just low orbit. Oh, look at this. These are all the little those launchers. So I'm sending all that material. So all the material. Oh no, the material's going to the wrong place. Oh shoot. Wrong planet. Stop. That's okay. They needed it too. I wanted to go here. I may have killed Cranky Hippo. Don't tell Cranky Hippo I killed him. Okay, I'm trying. I'm really trying not to. So I need you to go into orbit. Don't launch, please. Oh, this is really bad. There is a glitch that occasionally happens with these nuclear rockets where the nuclear engine doesn't turn off after it lands. And that's bad, because when that happens, then everyone dies if they try to get out. All right, so I need you to land, but not on the decommissioned pad. No, no, not the decommissioned pad. Where are you going to land? Where are you going to land? You're landing in the same place. All right, let's try it again. Eventually, we're going to run out of fuel. So I'm going to have them go a little bit further away. Maybe that's the issue. Let's go here. There, it is just spewing out nuclear waste. This is really bad. Oh my goodness. I have become death destroyer of dupes. Oh, what is this doing to the heat? Oh, good. That's right, because I built all this out of really... Oh my goodness, this stuff is getting hot. Oh, that's not good. That's okay. So what I'd like you to do... Okay, it's going to pause. And only on nuke landing pad 1, please. There we go. Now it should be landing here. Thank you. Oh, okay. Cranky Hippo's not dead. Now this needs to turn off. If this radiation doesn't turn off, I've got a problem. Okay, good. All right. So now what I need you to do is I need you to build a way out, because that's a problem. Let everybody out, but I need you to build a ladder over because I don't have a gantry here. Excellent. Okay, good. Okay, and now let's go ahead and have you build up. Where are you going? Why are you walking into the nuclear zone? Seriously, these dupes have a death wish or something. They keep wanting to walk under rockets. I don't understand why they do that. It should be some simple self-preservation, right? Okay, so what's going on in here? The other problem, it might be that my rockets here just can't support this many dupes. I've been sending them up with 2 or even 1 because they've just been doing drop-off missions. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose 2 of these bad boys, yeah, and they're going to be here permanently. So you're going to take Smelly and who else? 1 more. So we're going to eject 2 members of the crew. So Cranky Hippo is staying and Smelly is staying. And I'm going to put them right here. So Cranky Hippo, this is your new digs. Please don't die. And if he does die, please no one tell Cranky Hippo that I killed him. And Smelly. There you go. And Cranky Hippo and Smelly. Alright. So you've now got your place. Woohoo! You're home. Alright, so those are the 2 dupes that I'm going to leave here. They're going to be responsible for maintaining this base. In the meantime, I need to refuel the rocket. And I need them not to come down here, because if they come down here, they die. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these ladders so they can't walk into the path. Okay, so technically now I should be able to refuel this thing without shooting a dupe with a rad bolt full of death. By the way, if I can stream into your heads, you know what I'm going to be streaming all day long. Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo. Oh, baby shark. Okay, come on, almost. Oh shoot, I think I'm out. Yeah. Okay, for some reason, I think this was a glitch. This used to be about 10,000 kilograms of nuclear waste. Now it's only 1,214 kilograms. And it's not generating near as much, what do you call it, radiation as I used to. And these are all the payloads that were delivered. Let's see what we got. It's delivering fuel for my gas generators. It's delivering a lot of glass, which is way too hot. Because that was supposed to be going to the what do you call it? To the water planet. It was not supposed to be going here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resend this. I'm going to target my planetary launcher at the water planet. And I have to reload it, and then I have to fuel this up. So let's build this. So I need a conveyor loader right about here. Or actually, I could just do this. Let's make this low priority. And let's go ahead and just loop this thing. We're going to send it to, it's basically relaying it. I'm going to send it straight back. What do I have? I've got copper. Straight back to the loader. And turn that off. Please do that now. And someone got food poisoning. That's probably Burke because he's been sleeping in his own poop. Which there is an overall. So if you look at the map, somewhere on the map here, and I haven't discovered it yet, there's a thing called a temporal tear, which is a rip in the universe, and I need to find it, and I have to build up the resources to be able to send a dupe through the temporal tear to find out what's on the other side, which I'm pretty sure is the multiverse. So the Avengers. Okay, someone delete this, please. Thank you. Good. Okay. So now that glass won't be dropping into the super hot area. Oh gosh, I'm going to need to build a loader right here. Oh gosh, everything is chugging so slow. I'm used to early game where the game is super responsive, but here everything is lagged. Why? Wait, no. Disable, please. So, okay, someone who is toggling. I need a toggling expert here. Toggling. Smelly. You are now an expert. Toggle that for me, please. All right. Someone turn off the chute so that no more glass is dropping in. Good. Let's see how Burke's doing. Shall we? Burke is sick. Yeah, Burke is sick. Okay. And because I don't have a bathroom, they are literally lying in their own feces. So that's special. And they're surrounded by polluted dirt. Why is all the polluted... Oh my gosh, the robots have been bringing the polluted dirt over here. Now, the thing about polluted oxygen, so it's dirty. They can still breathe it, so they won't die. But the problem is, if they breathe enough of it, they start to get sick. And what's going to happen is all these germs will eventually become airborne. And then once it's airborne, it's going to be on everything. So what I need is I need to build a oxygen diffuser right about here. I don't have aluminum ore. I have cobalt. Yeah, build that here. I'm not sure why it keeps asking me to build with aluminum ore when I have no aluminum ore left. Again, I think that's a glitch. Alright, so let's go ahead and rebuild all these wires with with cobalt. There we go. That's better. High priority on that, please. Haha, see, I'm trapping. Oh, build the door, build the door. I need those slugs to be inside before I close it because I don't have a wrangling skill. I need to be able to wrangle them into the door. Otherwise, they're going to be on the wrong side and they won't do me any good. Get in, 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 get in. They're going to get stuck in the door, aren't they? I'm pretty sure the AI is designed to irritate you. Like, the creatures try to get out just as you're... Yeah, see, look. They all moved out just as the door was about to close. All right, well. Yeah, dupes are like that. But these are... So look. The second I have an enclosed room, they all went away. So I'll get one. That's fine. Then, so he's going to get some oxygen going. If I've got glass, do I have glass here? No, not yet. If I want to build some solar panels, so I need to shoot some glass in this direction. Where's everything headed? Okay, so I'm shooting off some payloads over there. I need to shoot some glass off. And this broke. Why did that break? Oh, it's because I wasn't cooling it enough. So, someone fix that, please. Everything's getting too hot. So when things get hot, they break. When they break, then nothing works right. Okay, so... are you guys still dying in here? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you know what we need? We need some vents so that the oxygen gets down there. Alright, so we can do that. Let's build... Oh, you can't get past that? Nope, we need vents down lower. So let's do this. So we're going to connect... Actually, before we do this, let's save. Anytime I'm in the rocket, I'm very concerned. Not to knock the game, dies. It seems excessively detailed, or is that a feature and not a bug? This is a feature. This is a game for people who are like super anal retentive. This is like basically a management game. This is like Railroad Tycoon. I mean, it calms me. Let's put in some extra air vents here because I'm having difficulty getting enough air to keep my dupes from dying. Good, okay. Now what else do I got? All right, you know what? I do want to take some time. Let's pause this for a second. I want to show you something that's kind of cool. Now, I mentioned earlier on that I'm working on a desktop that's 8 years old. And it hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been the fastest. Obviously, if you're operating on 8-year-old equipment, it's going to be a little bit slower. So I did mention this, and my friends over at Acer, they sent me this thing. This thing is a monster. So this is their Triton 500. It's the Predator series. It's the same series that I reviewed a lot when I was at TWIT. This thing is a under 5 pounds, about 4.6 pounds. It's an all-metal chassis, and it's just designed for shredding. It's designed for gaming. This particular model's got 32 gigabytes of memory. It's got a 300 hertz display, which is just fantastic. I never used to be big on the fast refresh screens until I started using the fast refresh screens, and it's so hard to go back. Of course, it's got the fully illuminated keyboard that you can program, so if you're gaming, it can actually recognize which game you're using, and it will only light up the games. And it's fully customizable. So, for example, when I'm playing Rust, it will only light up the command keys that work in Rust, and I've got like the firing key, all the weapons keys are in red, and the action keys are in green, so on and so forth. This is about $2,000. This is actually their older model. They just released one, which is why they were willing to send me this one. This is a 10th gen Intel i7. It's a 1087.5H. It's a specifically a mobile CPU. Now this means that it's 14 nanometer, I believe, 8 cores, 16 threads. It's 2.3 gigahertz boosted to 5.1 gigahertz, 16 megabytes of that the super speed cache, and it's got a TDP, the total the thermal of 45 watts with a configurable down rate for 35 watts, which you do need sometimes if you want your laptop to run a little a little cooler. What I really like about this is the fact that the video card is the GeForce RTX 2080 Super with Max-Q. Now, Max-Q is Acer's way of saying that they've designed it so that you don't get the effect you see on some Dell laptops and even actually on the Mac, where it will run really, really fast for a while and then suddenly it has to slow down because it's gotten too hot. So your super fast machine suddenly becomes super slow. Well, with the Predator series with Max-Q, they've got enough cooling to run this thing full out. I can have it on tilt. It will be loud. In fact, there's a key. Where's that key? One of the hotkeys here allows me to turn on maximum cooling, which, oh, here it is. Oh, actually, it will only let me do it when the AC adapter is plugged in or when I've got more than 40% battery, which is smart. This will turn on all the settings to their max. It will turn on all the cooling, all the fans, and it will just go all out. Oh, I've loved this machine. And again, the only reason why I'm not using it as my primary is because I need a lot of storage, and this don't have it. If I had to choose one notebook to take with me when I'm on the road editing, this would probably be the one. I've got a couple in my arsenal, but this has been just a workhorse. It does attract fingerprints a bit. I'm going to be doing a full review on actually the next series because they did release the brand new one. This is one generation old, but still plenty fast. The reason why I bring it up is I've been asked quite a bit why I like Acer laptops so much. And yeah, there's some people have been saying I must be getting paid to do good reviews or I must be getting free equipment. No. So unequivocally, I have never been paid for a review. I have never been paid for a good review. I don't work that way. Leo would not have let me work at Twit if I had worked that way. That's just begging for trouble. If you are willing to sacrifice your personal integrity for pay, then you never had personal integrity to begin with, and you shouldn't be a journalist. No. The reason why I like Acer. Oh, by the way, I have received free gear in the sense of I can go back to Acer every once in a while and say, hey, do you have something old? Like, do you have something that a review unit that is no longer being reviewed that you're going to be writing off, that is end of life? And I've probably gotten 3 or 4 laptops that way. But again, that's just because of the relationship. And the relationship is really why I like Acer. So let me tell you a little story. Back in 2005, I was just getting into this. I had been doing internet work, but I hadn't really been doing media work. I wasn't really a journalist. I wasn't a reviewer. I like tech. I like writing about tech, but I never thought about doing it full time or doing it as something more than just a hobby. Those early days were tough because remember, this was the early days of blogging. We didn't really understand what it was about. We didn't know what to call a blogger. CES actually grouped in all the bloggers with regular press because they just figured you must be regular press. And most of us didn't have a reputation. Most of us didn't really have anything other than we think that this is how it's going to go. I didn't have a mentor. By the time I got to Twit, I'd already been doing it for a while, so I kind of had to learn the ropes. And in those early days, there were a lot of doors slammed in my face. There were a lot of companies that now work with me, and I won't name them because I don't want to shame them. I think they were right because there's a lot of fly-by-wire types in this industry, and they didn't want to put their product into the hands of someone who didn't have integrity. But there was one group of PR people who they looked at my work. They actually looked at my work. They didn't just say, well, what agency are you with or what group do you publish for? And they liked what they saw. So it wasn't just like, here, we'll send you stuff. It was, show us what you can do. So I wrote a few things, and I shot a few pieces of video. By the way, this was back in 2005. So my videos were not even amateur. They were terrible. They were horrible, but they liked what they saw. They thought that I had command of what I wrote. They thought that I actually had presence on camera, and they said, okay, you know what? We're going to take a risk on you. And they started sending me their gear, and it was good gear. And they worked for Gateway. And then for Acer, when Acer bought Gateway. So do I do this because I'm paid or because I get free stuff? No, absolutely not. That would be silly. But I do like Acer because I always remember that in those first days, they took a chance on me. And more than that, they're just good people. I talk to those reps all the time. They're not just people I go to when I want to review something. I like to know how their lives are going. And that's awesome. And they're just good people. And I think we need to reward good people, right? Now, let me be clear. Because I like them, that doesn't mean that I've ever lied about a review. But I have held back reviews, and not just for Acer/Gateway. That's sort of my general policy. I don't do negative reviews. I know a lot of people like doing negative reviews. In fact, negative reviews are popular. People love to see other people dunk on gear that's terrible. I don't feel right about that. I have told reps, hey, I know you sent me this. Here's the review. I actually wrote it up. So I actually went through the steps of reviewing it. This is what I thought. This is why I thought that. I always back everything up. You've seen my reviews. You know that I'm very thorough about how I do it. And I'll tell them it will be a negative review, so I don't want to do it. Let me send it back to you. And 9 times out of 10, they're cool and they appreciate that. And then they understand that if they contact me, they better contact me with something they like. They better not be contacting me just because their client wants to push something and they think they can get good ink out of me. And Acer has always been like that. And I like that. That's just something I think we should support. All right, so back on to the tech. I've got a question from Michael. He wants to know if the refresh rate affects battery life significantly. Not as much as you might think. I mean, it definitely does, because if you are refreshing more often, it does mean that you're working something harder. But it's nothing compared just to the power to light the screen. The refresh rate doesn't mean that you're pushing more power through the screen. It just means that the pixels are so responsive that you can refresh them much more quickly. They can change much more quickly. I do notice it when I'm watching an action movie or when I'm playing a video game that has a lot of sort of Twitch response stuff, because you won't see the ghosting that you would on a standard screen. It is actually quite nice. And you know, when I first got it, I think actually the first high refresh screen I saw was on an Acer notebook that I was reviewing. Not an Acer, an Asus notebook that I was reviewing. And it was their 240. And I thought, okay, I get it. It's nice, but it's a gimmick. And I used it for a while. And I said, okay, you know, I probably saw the quality. I think I see where the refresh comes in. But that also might just mean me thinking I want to see where it's being useful. But after I sent it back and I went back to my regular screen, there was like 2 weeks where I had to adjust, and I'm like, I don't know why my eyes are fatigued. And I realized, oh, it's a lower refresh. I got used to such a high refresh screen that that's why my brain now thinks it's weird that this thing's only refreshing 60 times a second. So yeah. Dale Poco absolutely nails it in the chat room. He says brightness would have way more impact on battery. Absolutely. Yeah. The extra power that you need to run a higher refresh is nothing compared to just how much power are you driving into the backlight. Yeah, Scott, if you look back through my reviews, I will bring up cons. So I will talk about things I don't like about a product, but I have never just gone on a hate fest on a product, because that's not fun for me. Because I mean, you get to the end of it, it's like, yeah, okay, I tore that up. And yeah, I might have gotten some points with people who love tearing things up, but is that good? No, it's better for me to go back to a vendor and say, hey, I didn't like this, this, and this. If you get that fixed, send it back to me or send me the next version and I'll be happy to review that. Now go through my inventory of Twit reviews and you will never see me just rip apart a product because I want to rip apart a product. I've written a few, but they didn't make it to video because that's not what I film. Yeah. Something else I really like about the Predator series is they don't. It's the kitchen sink scenario. A lot of high-end notebooks from other manufacturers, and I don't want to call out any specific ones, but when they do their gaming notebook, they think that they have to throw in all the gimmicks, which will never get used. Acer doesn't really do that. They do the features that they know how to do really, really well. They know how to make great screens. They know how to make really comfortable keyboards. And anyone who has gone keyboard shopping, you know how important that is, especially for gaming. You know, the keyboard on this Predator actually is nicer than the keyboard I use on my desktop. They know how to do cooling, proper cooling. And that's actually hurt them. Again, another reason why I like Acer. They could spec everything up and sell it as, oh, this is the fastest so-and-so with the biggest GPU and blah, blah, blah. And it would work for about 5 minutes and then it would overheat and then it would have to derate. They don't want to do that. So, yeah, I like that. I do like that. You know, we've been playing this thing for an hour, so maybe I'll stop. I do want to do gaming more often for Padres Corner. I'm going to go back to the regular format. So at some point, I'm going to start talking about politics and science and technology again. This was just a fun Saturday night type thing after F1 for me to play. Let me know. Go to Twitter, twitter.com/PadreSJ. What do you want to see? Is there a product you want me to review? Throw it in there and I'll contact them and see if they'll send it to me. Is there a topic that you'd really like me to cover? What I'd like to do ultimately is I'd like to make Padres Corner more of a daily type thing. Maybe not daily, maybe every other day, but shorter episodes where I can just get content out more regularly. I think the once a week thing worked for me at Twit because I had a network behind me. Now that I don't have that, if I'm not in the rhythm, if I don't know I have to reserve some time at the end of every day just to chit chat, just to get back out there, I probably won't do it. So I'm asking for your help. I want to build this audience. I want to give you things that you want to watch, and I want to give you information that you actually need. So again, twitter.com/PadreSJ. I think I'm going to call it a night just because I've realized that after 500 cycles or so, the game is just too big. I started to see it in the chat room. People are like, what is going on? What's he doing? This is a game that's really fun to play on the stream at the start. But once it gets huge, and now I'm spanning 3 or 4 different planets here, yeah, I get it's a lot. It's a bit too much. Until next time, I am Father Robert Balacer, the Digital Jesuit, and you've made it through Padres Corner.